Peace like a river flow through me. Peace, 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 breathe in peace. Peace, 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 breathe in peace. Love like a river flow to the sea. Love like a river flow through me. Love, 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 breathe in love. Love, 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 breathe in love. Light like a river flow to the sea. Light like a river flow through me. Light, 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 breathe in light. Light, 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 breathe in light. Joy like a river flow to the sea. Joy like a river flow through me. Joy, 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 breathe in joy. Joy, 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 breathe in joy.
The first poem is Introduction to Poetry by Billy Collins. I asked them to take a poem and hold it up to the light like a color slide, or press an ear against its hive. I say, drop a mouse into a poem and watch him probe his way out. Or walk inside the poem's room and feel the walls for the light switch. I want them to water ski across the surface of a poem, waving at the author's name on the shore. But all they want to do is tie the poem to a chair with rope and torture a confession out of it. They begin beating it with a hose to find out what it really means. Billy Collins has my vote as the most humorous poet.
So, poetry is a story that has words that sometimes rhyme, and more recently, they don't. Today is a poem about a little girl who maybe doesn't want to go to school. You ready? This is called a prop. That's what makes a story great, is props. At least Thea's stories. I cannot go to school today, said little Peggy Ann McKay. I have the measles and the mumps, a gash, a rash, and Purple bumps. My mouth is wet. My tongue is dry. I'm going blind in my right eye. My tonsils are as big as rocks. I've counted 16 chicken pox. And there's one more, that's 17. And don't you think my face looks green? Oh, no, my leg is cut, my eyes are blue. It might be instamatic flu. I cough and sneeze and gasp and choke. I'm sure that my left leg is broke. My hip hurts when I move my chin. My belly button's caving in. My back is wrenched, my ankle sprained. My appendix pains each time it rains. My nose is cold, my toes are numb. I have a sliver in my thumb. My neck is stiff, my voice is weak. I hardly whisper. When I speak, my tongue is filling up my mouth. I think my hair is falling out. My elbow's bent, my spine ain't straight. My temperature is 108. My brain is shrunk. I cannot hear. I have a hole inside my ear. I have a hangnail. And my heart is... What? What's that? What's that you say? Today is really Saturday? Goodbye! I'm going out to play.
My verses come different times. This one came to me. My mom has dementia. She's not doing very well, and when I go to Quaker meeting, which is an hour of silence, we always say, hold them in the light. So this is me thinking of my mother as she declines, and it can be any situation, a person, a place that you imagine holding them in the light, and goodness and love and peace becoming part of what's going on. So. Holding in the light, holding in the light, holding in the light, step by step, holding in the light, holding in the light, holding in the light, step by step. Resting in love and peace, resting in love and peace, resting in love and peace, step by step, resting in love and peace, resting in love and peace, resting in love and peace, step by step, walking the sacred path, walking the sacred path, walking the sacred path, step by step, walking the sacred path, walking the sacred path, walking the sacred path, step by step, journey of my soul, journey of my soul, journey of my soul, step by step, journey of my soul, journey of my soul, journey of my soul, step by step, step by step, step by step.
Imagine when a human dies, the soul misses the body, actually grieves the loss of its hands and all they could hold. misses the throat closing shy reading out loud on the first day of school. Imagine the soul misses the stubbed toe, the loose tooth, the funny bone. The soul still asks, why does the funny bone do that? It's just weird. Imagine the soul misses the thirsty garden cheeks watered by grief, misses how the body could sleep through a dream. What else can sleep through a dream? What else can laugh? What else can wrinkle the smile's autograph? Imagine the soul misses each falling eyelash waiting to be a wish, misses the wrist screaming away the blade. The soul misses the lisp, the stutter, the limp. The soul misses the holy bruise, blue from that army of blood rushing to the wound's side. When a human dies, the soul searches the universe for something blushing, something shaking in the cold, something that scars, sweeps the universe for patience worn thin, the last nerve fighting for its life, the voice box aching to be heard. The soul misses the way the body would hold another body and not be two bodies but one, pleading God doubled in grace. The soul misses how the mind told the body, you have fallen from grace, and the body said, erase every scripture that doesn't have a pulse. There isn't a single page in the Bible that can wince, that can clumsy, that can freckle, that can hunger. Imagine the soul misses hunger, emptiness, rage, the fist that was never taught to curl, curled. The teeth that were never taught to clench, clenched. The body that was never taught to make love, made love like a hungry ghost digging its way out of the grave. The soul misses the forever of old age, the skin that no longer fits. The soul misses every single day the body was sick, the now it forced, the here it built from the fever. Fever is how the body prays, how it burns and begs for another average day. The soul misses the legs creaking up the stairs, misses the fear climbing up the vocal cords to curse the wheelchair. The soul misses what the body could not let go. What else could hold on that tightly to everything? What else could hear the chain of a swing set and fall to its knees? What else could touch a screen door and taste lemonade? What else could come back from a war and not come back, but still try to live, still try to lullaby? When a human dies, the soul moves through the universe trying to describe how a body trembles when it's lost, softens when it's safe, how a wound would heal, giving nothing but time. Do you understand? Nothing in space can imagine it. No comet, no nebula, no ray of light can fathom the landscape of awe. The heat of shame, the fingertips pulling the first gray hair and throwing it away. I can't imagine it, the stars say. Tell us again about goosebumps. Tell us again about pain.
Fat Horn Blues by George Griffin. Sinewed in a snaky embrace over shoulders and round Santa Claus waists, fat horns don't get their due, even when dizzy Gillespie cheeks beg with staccato pleas. Parenthesis for horns line in high school marching bands, fat horns don't get their due, playing the clown through low-pitched complaints and bleats. Fat horns don't get their due until New Orleans night crawlers conjure countered melodies with saxes, trumpets, and T-bones, laying down a roaring harmony demanded respect and kicked a soaring song singing, Great Googa Great Googa Great Googa Ooey, ooey.
Mystery writer Agatha Christie once wrote, "I have sometimes been wildly, despairingly, acutely miserable, racked with sorrow. But through it all, I still know quite certainly that just to be alive is a grand thing."
Belonging, Rosemary Watola Tromer. And if it's true we are alone together. The way blades of grass are alone but exist as a field. Sometimes I feel it, the green fuse that ignites us, the wild thrum that unites us, an inner hum that reminds us of our shared humanity. Just as 35 trillion red blood cells join in one body to become one blood, just as 136,000 notes make up one symphony. Alone as we are, our small voices weave into the one big conversation. Our actions are essential to the one infinite story of what it is to be alive. When we feel alone, we belong to the grand communion of those who sometimes feel alone. We are the dust that hopes, a rising of dust, a thrill of dust, the dust that dances in the light with all the other dust, the dust that makes the world.
All of It by Matt Moberg. I think every human being eventually has a moment where they are standing outside in sweatpants that have lost the will to be pants, holding a trash bag, a divorce, a parking ticket, or some other receipt from the universe that says, surprise, this too is part of it. And then the sky bruises purple, and the air touches your face like it knows your whole story. And suddenly you realize all the real is actually unreal. The dirt, the breath, the weird little bones in your hands, the fact that we are here on a floating rock with pollen counts, paying bills, missing dead people, loving living people who say, leaving now while still fully naked and looking for socks. And still, the moon clocks in. No applause, no benefits, no one from management saying, great work being ancient and luminous again. Just the moon, working nights like a single mother, with no applause, packing silver lunches for every dark thing that still has to rise.
Tell me that isn't holy. Tell me there is a better word than sacred for the way light keeps returning with no guarantee we will notice. I know people who believe in therapy, probiotics, tarot, 12-step meetings, manifestation journals, and even waiting exactly 11 minutes before texting back so they do not appear emotionally available. Even though their entire nervous system is standing in the driveway holding flowers. And underneath all of it, every ritual, every doctrine, every smoothie with chia seeds, the prayer is the same. Please let me be loved. Please let me be forgiven. Please let this strange little life mean something before my lower back submits its formal resignation. What is going on? No, really, what is this place? This unbearable tenderness of being alive long enough to watch steam lift from coffee in winter like a soul practicing leaving.
To see your friend laugh so hard they slap the table is a joy as in killing a mosquito. To hear a child say, Pischetti, and for one shining second realize language has finally been improved. The older I get, the less use I have for certainty. Certainty has never made me pull over because the sunset looked like God dropped a jar of peach jam across the whole western sky and decided not to clean it up. Certainty has never made me gasp at rain on hot pavement. Certainty has never found me in the cereal aisle holding Raisin Bran, suddenly remembering that everyone I have ever loved was made from stardust, hunger, and a series of decisions we probably should have slept on. No, it has always been awe. Awe was the first church, before steeples, before committees, before men got involved and started making rules about sleeves.
Awe was there with its wild hair and muddy feet, saying, look, look again, look until looking becomes love. Awe and soup, awe, and someone rubbing your back when you're sick, making that soft little sound that means, I can't save you from this, but I can make sure you do not disappear inside of it alone. Awe, and old couples at Target, arguing gently about avocados as if marriage is not one vow, but 10,000 errands performed beside the person who knows exactly how you like the cart pushed. Maybe gratitude was never meant to sound elegant. Maybe gratitude sounds like, damn, that woodpecker is trying to beat that tree from itself. Thank you, body, for continuing to drag me through this world despite the many things I have done to you at gas stations.
Maybe gratitude sounds like thank you to the dogs who lose their entire minds when we come home, as if we return from war and not Walgreens. Maybe that is the gospel, that joy does not need us to be impressive. It just needs us to come through the door. Because the truth is, this life is devastating and ridiculous. 1 minute you are 22 and invincible, driving too fast, eating gas station nachos with the confidence of a Greek god. The next minute you're Googling, can sneezing cause a hamstring injury? And the answer is, apparently, welcome to the second half of your life. But even now, even tired, even grieving, even emotionally held together by iced coffee, playlists, and one very specific pudding, we keep finding reasons to stay soft.
We plant tomatoes even though grief is real. We bake bread even though the news is on fire. We send photos of the sky to people we love with captions like, look, as if beauty is an emergency and we are all volunteer firefighters. We keep saying, you have to see this, because wonder is the oldest form of resurrection. So here's to the believers and the atheists and the agnostics and the people whose entire theology is just trying not to cry in the Costco parking lot. Here's to the people clinging to faith. Here's to the people clinging to Xanax and oat milk and the one group chat where nobody pretends to be okay. Here's to the tender-hearted weirdos, the accidental mystics, the ones who can contemplate mortality for 6 straight hours and then become emotionally attached to the perfect peach. The ones who know despair has a mouth, but so does laughter.
And sometimes laughter is just the soul sneezing glitter through a broken screen door.
May we never stop being drop-kicked by beauty in the middle of a Sunday. May we never become so polished that we forget how to stand in the cereal aisle of existence.
With our dumb, gorgeous hearts open, feeling the enormity of it all, rattle around in our bones like thunder, looking for somewhere to laugh.
And may we remember whatever else this is, whatever mess, whatever miracle, whatever cosmic group project no one prepared for.
All of it is astonishing. It's astonishing that we are here, It's astonishing that we have loved enough to be ruined. It's astonishing that the moon keeps showing up. It's astonishing that gray exists.
So pass it. Tear off a piece with your bare hands. Take it in as you take it down, and then go outside and look at the moon.
Our next hymn this morning is a poem turned into an anthem which sparked a wonderful conversation in our poetry group. Lift Every Voice and Sing was written in 1900 by James Weldon Johnson, an African-American educator and superintendent of the Stanton School in Florida. His brother John Rosamond Johnson wrote the 6/8 time music to match the rhythmic words. James had penned it at about the same time, and it was performed by school children at the Stanton School on February 11th, 1900. A few months later, their publisher printed the work as the National Negro Hymn. Little more thought was given to it, but the black people who had heard it were touched and spread the song across the South the ancient way, singing it to each other. By 1910, Lift Every Voice was generally known around the country. In 1919, the NAACP, of which James Weldon Johnson was a founder, adopted it as the organization's official anthem. Lift Every Voice is a call to action and celebration, an affirmation of spirit and history, a prayer of strength and hope. Please rise in body and/or spirit as we sing hymn number 149, Lift Every Voice and Sing.
for your consideration. Consider the mind of an immigrant child. The blinds shut tightly in her basement apartment, the living room darkened against the nightmare outside. Last week she skipped rope, gliding above the schoolyard pavement. The music of her friends' voices crescendoed and fell with each luscious skyward leap. Today, hidden in the bowels of their strangled neighborhood, those raucous rhythms muted an unimaginable terror. This is the number you must call if they take me away. Snuggled silent in Grandma's arms. It will be okay. It will not, her inner voice whispers back. It will never be okay. The sound of bootfall at the front door entrance, the doorbell screaming, "Let me in!" The battering ram splintering wood from frame. Consider the mind of an immigrant child. Consider your place in the world where she lives.
Shedding the Old by Samantha Thornhill. Shedding the old, such as the lobster cracking loose from its exoskeleton after moons of molting, or the viper that squeezes out of the skin of its remembrance. This oracle invites you to rewild yourself, to untox, to unbox, detox, and declutter your blood. Break free from the mold you made for yourself, for the animal in you that craves routines like sugar, addicted to the stress of your comforts. Sling your arm around the waist of your discomfort like it's a new lover in these uncharted seas and distances untraversed. Take and give glee, summon surprise. Something whimsical this way comes. It smells something like wishes wrapped in wind as you trod the winding path through the forests of your interior. Be warned, you will bewilder lovers. Hush. Some events are better experienced than explained. Take soul. Your joy is your job and yours alone. Hire yourself every day. Climb into your traveling shoes, knowing that there too will be dancing.
Our last poem for the morning by Václav Havel. Our closing words. It is I who must begin. It is I who must begin. Once I begin, once I try, here and now, right where I am, not excusing myself by saying things would be easier elsewhere, to live in harmony with the voice of being as I understand it within myself. As soon as I begin that, I suddenly discover, to my surprise, that I am neither the only one, nor the first, nor the most important one to have set out upon that road. Whether all is really lost or not depends entirely on whether or not I am lost. The words of Václav Havel. Thank you for joining us this morning for our poetry service. Thank you to everyone who made all of this happen today.